kid, you know, loves face masks.
There's always that one person that will always have your heart. You never see it coming cause you're blinded from the start. Ooh, that's you're that one for me. It's clear for me.
I ain't gonna be petty because her ass told them to get on here and he wasn't done, but I would kick they shit in.
But I know about us, and it's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us, and it's the only way we know how to rock. Do you remember, girl? I was the one who gave you your first kiss. Cause I remember, girl, I was the one who said, put your lips like this. Even before all the fame and people screaming your name. Girl, I was there, and you were my baby. It started when we were younger, you were mine. Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes. Even though we used to argue, it's alright. It's alright, girl, that's okay. And we haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be my Now I know that you when we were younger, you were mine. And I see it from time to time, I still feel like that's my baby. Here no matter how I try to hide. And even though there's another man who's in my life, you will always be my remember, boy. Cause after we kissed, I could only think about your lips. Yes, I remember, boy. The moment I knew you were the one I could spend my life with. Even before all the baby people screaming your name, I was there, and you were my baby. It's like we were together, you were mine. Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes. Oh, we used to argue, it's alright. It's okay. We haven't seen each other in a while. You will always be my love. You were younger, you were mine. You were mine. And I see it from time to time, I still feel that in your eyes. You can see it now.
Hey guys, so I was supposed to work today at 10 o'clock. I went to work, and it's a new client. I had her yesterday, but I left. I had to leave. I told her I was leaving, and I left. I was gonna say I walked out, but that is inaccurate. We had a conversation that I basically had a conversation with myself. I let her know I was gonna leave, and so I left. But yeah, so yesterday, I'm gonna turn here. I'm gonna go get me a iced matcha. yesterday when I seen the client, it was my first time seeing her, so we kind of went over like the things that she would like for me to do, the things that I can do, can't do. She had a really nasty attitude, just really nasty for no reason. So usually on the first day, what they started to do that I actually really appreciate is they meet you at the client's house and you guys walk in together and they kind of introduce you and then they leave you and the client together. I really like that because at first it's like anybody could be knocking on their door. Like, they know you're supposed to be there, but it's just, I don't know, it's just better. It's better to me that they do that. And I always said that, but now they're actually doing it. And I keep getting my years mixed up with another job, but I think I've been with them since 2017. 17, 18, 19, 20. I think I've been there since 17. But, yeah, so I'm glad that they implement that. But anyway, even when the supervisor came in with me yesterday, she was nasty to the supervisor. She didn't drag things as much as she dragged it with me. So yesterday, we came in at 10:05. I came in a little bit later. My whole thing was the parking. Like, I didn't know where I was going because it was a bunch of buildings and I couldn't see the address until I got up to the building. So I'm going through the buildings looking for the address. Then there was no parking, so I found parking. So that took a minute. So we got in at 10:05. So when we got in, she was like, "You're supposed to be here at 9." No, she said, "I thought she was gonna be here at 9:30. She was like, "Oh, I apologize if I said 9:30. I meant 10 o'clock. And she was like, "Yeah, because you said 9:30. And she was like, "Well, does 9:30 work better for you?" And she was like, "No, 10 o'clock. We said 10 o'clock. And then, she was just nasty about it, but she didn't drag it. Today, I was like, okay, since we was a little late, she got a bad attitude. I was like, let me make sure I leave, a couple minutes early, so ain't no 10 on nothing. Like, I'll be on time, 10 or a little bit early. But I was there at 10:03 because there was ambulance truck or whatever trying to get through and stuff. So we had to stop in traffic, obviously, all that stuff, It was, what did I say? It was an ambulance and it was 2 fire trucks. So I don't know what happened, but we stopped for that. And I don't know, maybe I came out the house a minute later than I should have or something. I don't know. But it's only 9 minutes away. So I'm like, okay, as long as I give myself this amount of time, I'm going to be straight. So I ended up being in her door at 10:03. So she was like, "You're late. You're supposed to be here at 10 o'clock. I said, "Yeah, I apologize for coming in late." She was like, "I expect you to be here at 10 o'clock. It's kind of dark over here. It's real gloomy today. But I was like, okay. I really was shocked because it's so dark. I really was shocked though because, like, who you talking to? Like, who the fuck is you talking to? That's really how I was feeling. I had to be careful not to say that out loud, but I was shocked. So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I'm, taking off my bag and, getting ready to get to work and clock in and stuff. She was on the phone, so I wouldn't have been able to clock in anyway, but because we used the phone to clock in. So I was like, I hear the sirens going outside because it's been rainy. We had like tornadoes near Illinois and stuff. I was like, I hear the sirens going off today. Hopefully we get some sun later on, Very friendly, just making casual conversation. She's still talking about me coming in after 10 o'clock. So I told her, I said, "You know what? We got off on the wrong foot yesterday. I didn't know if yesterday was a bad day for you. I felt really disrespected all day. Going into today and multiple days where I'm not gonna be disrespected." I said it with a very soft tone, very kind, you know what I'm saying? Just letting her know. A lot of times when you let people know, no matter how you say it, it still comes off as disrespect because they kind of shocked. Like, I was shocked by her telling me, like, did she really just, you know what I'm saying? Like, as shocked as I was, she probably, some people still be shocked and take it as disrespect, even though you're letting them know something that's, facts. Like, I'm not going to allow you to talk to me this way. They taken back, like, how dare you? But I said it really nicely and stuff, and she still was talking over me, being very rude. It was very much so like arguing with a family member. So once I had said, like, you know, I felt really disrespected all day yesterday, it was like, how was I disrespectful? How did I disrespect you? How did I disrespect you? And even though I was like, you know, from the time that I walked in the door, it was, how did I disrespect you? How did I disrespect you? Like, I'm telling you, calm down. But she was like, I had my phone in my hand because I have a screenshot of the number to call and then my clock in employee ID number. As long as I've been working for them, I'd never memorized it. Mainly because I don't just work for them. I usually work for other companies as well, and they all have different ways to clock in. They all have different employee numbers and stuff like that. So I screenshot it, I go to my phone, and then I call. I have the number, and I'm looking at it on my phone, but I use their number to call. And so she was like, they usually just use my phone, like with an attitude. She's a Hispanic lady. She sound black. And I was like, I'm using your phone. I'm just using my phone to get the number. I was like, I don't have the number memorized, so I'm gonna use my phone to get the number. And she didn't say nothing. She was just quiet and stuff. And then, but I told her that today, I was like, you know, that was kind of rude how you talked to me, and it was just me clocking in. You know, that was my first time opening my mouth and talking to you and you talking to me, and it was already a nasty attitude. If you felt like my supervisor came late and she told you she'll be here earlier, like, that's between you and her. I didn't know. How do you expect me to know that I wasn't on that conversation? How do you expect me to know that she told you something else? So when she left and now I'm here with you, we should have started off on a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? But she was just very nasty. So I tried to explain to her that she still was loud, talking over me, like, how was I disrespectful? How was I disrespectful? And then it was another situation, like, she left. I don't know where she went, but this is my first time being in your crib. Like, granted, she did tell me everything to do, but I have finished everything, I swear, in like 10 minutes. The apartment is not that big. You figure it's like assisted living. It's like a 1-bedroom. It's not that big. As much as I clean up at home, I know how to tackle something in 10 minutes. Like, I literally had her apartment done in like 10 minutes. And what I noticed with the seniors is, like, if they don't see you clean something, you didn't do it. So I was kind of mad that she left. Not mad, but like, damn, I should have, you know, but then now I got to sit around, but I don't want her to walk in and I'm sitting down and she like, you're not even working. Like, I don't know what type of attitude she got, because she do have a bad attitude. So I'm like, damn, that put me in a weird position. So I keep cleaning. She never showed me where her vacuum was, but she put vacuum on the list. So I'm waiting around to see if she comes. She never came back. Well, at this point, she hadn't came back yet. So I was like, okay, I'm finna look for the vacuum shit. So I started looking in the closets. I'm like, I hope she don't walk in while I'm looking in the closets. But I find the vacuum, so I start vacuuming. And I know she probably was thinking, like, who the fuck told you to get the vacuum? Because I got the vacuum out the closet. So she probably was like, you looking through my shit or something? I don't know. Because she did pause for a minute. But, so I vacuumed and I put the rugs down. After I vacuum, you know, before you vacuum, you pick up the rugs, you move stuff out the way so you can vacuum right. That's how I vacuum. So I put the rugs back down or whatever. She was like, you usually don't put the rugs down until you vacuum. Like I'm stupid or something. I was like, oh, I did vacuum. I vacuumed while you were out. And she looked at the floor. Like, you can't look at this floor and tell me I ain't vacuumed, because you could clearly see the lines, making perfect lines. So she was like, that's why I should have never left. I went to the office for just a minute, and then you did this. I did what? I vacuumed? What are you talking about? It's on your list. But I was just like, I didn't say nothing at all, because I was like, what the fuck? But she was like, I like people to vacuum in a straight line, go straight. And I was like, oh, okay, so you want the vacuum to just go straight up and straight back down, go, you know, scoot over, straight up and straight back down like that. And she was like, yeah, but with an attitude and very nasty. So, you know, I'm really ignoring this all day, really keeping like a upbeat, perky, friendly attitude and talking in a nice tone, like very friendly and stuff. And even after that, like, she was like, it looks clean in here, but I still want you to clean up every day. And I said, I was like, I understand that, like, just to keep on top of it so it doesn't, you know, get any worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, it obviously, what I was explaining to her is like, I understand if you go days without cleaning up, it piles up. If you go days without dusting, it piles up. Like, got you. You know what I'm saying? So understanding, you know what I'm saying? And just, I just kept getting disrespect and like talking to me nasty with a nasty attitude, a bad tone, and talking to me like I'm stupid, like I'm a child or something like that. And to me at that point, it was giving, you think I'm your slave. Like, you trying to be a drill sergeant. Unfortunately, I didn't make it to the Navy as bad as I wanted to. So I didn't sign up for this. And like, for her to try to tell me how to vacuum or don't do circles when I clean the mirror, it's not leaving a streak, it's cleaning it. What do you mean? Like, she's like, go straight up and down. Like, it's not a cleaning service, it's a home health care, it's a home care services. So, you know, I was like kindly explaining that to her, like the most important thing for me is that if you need help with these things, that it's getting done. So if you need help vacuuming, it got vacuumed, you know what I'm saying? If you're kind and you mention to me that you like it to be vacuumed a certain way, I'll go out my way to do that for you, you know what I'm saying? But this is not, it's not housekeeping, it's light housekeeping. It's if I make a meal for you and I serve it to you and you eat it, and now you have dishes I clean up behind myself, I clean up your dishes, you know, it's that type of thing. It's if you drop something, of course I could kindly pick it up for you. You know what I'm saying? If things are in your way, if I need to dust, if it's dusty in here, you might have allergies, you ask me to dust, yeah, I could dust, but you're not going to tell me how to do it. And the whole thing is like, when you care for people, you have to have compassion, you have to be patient, you have to have understanding and things like that. But after a certain point, like, I don't want her to get comfortable and think that she's gonna treat me like this every day, like I'm beneath her or something. So I did kindly address it, but it was just like a bunch of talking over me. I was like, if we hello.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, I had a phone call, but I'm leaving the dollar store. Super gloomy. Super gloomy. But my job just called too, so I'm about to call them back. So actually, I decided I ain't gonna call them yet. I'm gonna wait till I get where I'm going and I park, and I'm gonna call them. But I forgot where I left off. But yeah, when I talk to them, I'm finna let them know, like, y'all need to be, I don't know what y'all telling these clients. I feel like they tell them anything to get their business, and they might be like, oh, we don't need help, and they probably be like, oh, well, everybody could use help with cleaning, we can do some cleaning, instead of saying like light housekeeping. Or this place look cool as hell. Event rentals, they got the big old checkerboard things, I forgot what that's called, not checkers, Connect 4. They got a lot of stuff in there. But anyway, I'm gonna be telling them, like, y'all need to make sure that when they agreeing to their rights and responsibilities and stuff, they need to know that they're agreeing to being kind and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here to help. I should not be feeling like anybody's treating me. And I feel like a lot of people would throw the race card, and like a lot of people I talk to, they be like, maybe they racist, maybe they racist, maybe they racist. I don't throw that out there that often. And I still feel like, you know, maybe it's not a race thing, because a lot of times with seniors, you do experience seniors that's just like, my camera looks terrible. They just experience things that's like, you know, they're frustrated with other things and they take it out in another area. Like, you get that all the time. So that's why I kind of like ignored that one day. But we're not going to do this 2-3 days. This is not going to be the norm. Like, that's crazy. You cannot expect somebody to take that from you, because you wouldn't take it from me. Like, when I told her how I felt, very kindly, very nice tone and everything, she felt appalled. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't tell you anything wrong. I'm telling you how you made me feel. And then, like, I don't know, but it's annoying because it's happened multiple times, and it's like, I don't know what y'all telling them, but it's not a cleaning service. It's home care, like care services for seniors. So that's what I specialize in. I don't specialize in cleaning. You know, we're not gonna have an argument about how I vacuumed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Is your floor clean? Did I get everything? You know what I'm saying? And just, they need to know that they need to be kind as well. Like, you can't go to Target, You can't go to the dog groomer. She got 2 dogs. You can't go to those places treating people like that. They can decline your service, and they can ask you to leave. Like, what makes you think that I should be settling for the way that you're treating me? That's crazy. But I feel like it's because of something that this company is saying, or they're not interviewing, they're not talking to these people or something. Like, I don't know what it is, but they need to get it together. Because essentially, it makes it look like, you know what I'm saying, I can't get along with anybody. And that's not the case. It's not me, you know what I'm saying? I stayed there yesterday while I was getting disrespected, you know, so I'm able to put things aside and get the job done, but it's too much for me. It's way too much for no reason. None at all. You think you're doing a good thing. You think you're going above and beyond to help somebody, and you feel good about it, and then in the end, they like, it's like a smack in the face. Like, actually, you didn't do shit. It's like she was telling me I didn't wash her dishes. I physically washed her dishes, and then she changed it and said, you didn't wash them until I asked you to. Even though, like, those are small things, like, the bigger issue is the way that you're talking to me. You should be able to communicate better than that. If you can't communicate, she had a list of things to do. Add it to the list. Let me know, like, oh, I added some things to the list if you want to take a look at it today. Like, when you get some time, or before you start, go ahead and look at the list. Like, however you want to say it, because I know when I hate adding disclaimers before I talk, but sometimes you got to add disclaimers before you talk to people, because if you say, like I just said, she could have been like, take a look at the list today before you get started, people will be like, everybody's not going to talk the way you want them to. You don't have to say it the way that I'm saying it, as long as the message gets across, you know what I'm saying? But man, it's like, don't mess up my reputation. Don't make it look like I can't get along with clients or something, because, you know, I don't appreciate that. I'm very kind. The people that I work with, like, we have really good relationships. And yeah, I don't know. Like, y'all saw that I took my client a gift for her birthday. I just do stuff like that. Like, her reaction, she had no idea I was doing that. Like, she probably thought that, like, we don't even have a relationship like that. She probably thought that I was just there to work and I was a kind lady working, you know. But they matter to me, you know, so I treat them as such. But when you're rude and nasty, I'm not going out of my way to make you happy. For what? You're making my life miserable. I don't know, though. Maybe I need to take a break anyway, because I need to be working on my business. And I had said that too. I was like, they had called me and asked me that I want to take a client, and I was like, well, I really only want to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because I'm trying to do something like personal. I got something going on, and it's agency, so you tell them when you want to work, what time, and they try to find somebody to fit your schedule. So I'm allowed to do that. So they found me somebody, and when I came back from spring break, I was supposed to start a guy Monday and Wednesday. He was only for 2 hours, so I was kind of skeptical. I was like, do I really want to pick up another client for 2 hours? I was like, I don't want to do that. So I really was praying. I was like, God, just work it out. Like, I'm not gonna call them and tell them I don't want to take the client, but let it work out in a way where it doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? And then they called me and asked me if I wanted to take the client that I just left. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. And they didn't even mention the guy. Like, didn't even say, like, well, we found another client that works in the same building, because he lives in a building, and we were thinking that maybe I could pick up another client in the building. So, like, they never told me nothing. They just came and was like, do you want to do this, lady? They didn't even say instead. They didn't say in addition to. They didn't say nothing. They just was like, do you want to take this lady? And I just went along with it. I was like, sure. I don't have a problem working. You know what I'm saying? And even though the days and the times and stuff didn't match what I was trying to do, as long as I get to where I gotta go, I don't mind helping y'all. I don't mind being of service. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? So I took her. She didn't tell me that the lady had an attitude problem until I walked in the building. to meet her. She said she's moody, but don't let that deter you. So I really kept that in my mind yesterday, her words. And I was thinking about like what I was going to do with the money. I was just keeping that in my mind and like, just to get through the day. Like, ignore her. They already know she got an attitude problem. Don't let that deter you. Do what you got to do. And then when you get paid, you're going to feel good. You're going to put your money here and you're going to do this. Like, I'm trying to build that in myself. Like, don't let her fuck with you. But it can't be a thing that continues. It just can't. But anyway, so I was thinking to myself, I was like, when I left, she really was disrespectful. I'm like, maybe I should tell them it's not gonna work. Well, instead of telling them that it's not gonna work, I was like, I don't know if this client is gonna work long term. And she was like, well, that's fine. Can you at least do 2 weeks? And then we can find a replacement. Or maybe you guys will get to learn each other and you will like each other or something like that. And I said, okay, that's all. I just said, okay. So I went back today. And same thing, though. I'm really just like, God, please work this out. Please just sort this out for me. And so that incident happened. And it's like, I can't help but to think that, one, he will work it out, and two, if you're supposed to be doing something else and it's time and it's your calling, I really feel that he's gonna make it uncomfortable. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm at. I see a whole bunch of stores. He's gonna make it uncomfortable to where you have no other choice but to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. To be where you're supposed to be. So even though I feel that way, I still have some words for the office, because I feel like I'm always training them, and that's why I need to just have my own business, because why am I training? I don't get paid to train y'all. I don't get paid to put ideas in y'all head to make y'all more money, to make y'all have better relationships with the clients and the CNAs and stuff like that. So anyway, I think I'm supposed to be going that way. Yeah, we'll see when I talk to them what they have to say, but I got some things that I want to say to them. So I'll let y'all know how that goes, because I'm just rambling right now trying to find my way. It's so crazy. Let me get I like to put my AirPod in, because I feel like when I talk without the AirPod, you hear me from a distance through my phone, but when I talk with the AirPod, you can hear me clear because it's just right here. But I think it looked better. I just got off the phone with my job, and it's so crazy because they back me up and everything, because they know how these seniors are. But like I told her, I don't know if somebody asks for whatever reason, what's my work history? How many clients have I had? How many clients do I still have of those clients? Like, if somebody asks, it look like I can't get along with people. It look like I don't have a good reputation or something. You know what I'm saying? Even though a number of things could have happened. So just, y'all need to do something about it. But she's like, no, we already know how she is. She said that the reason that they asked me to go was because the caregiver left her. Not left her like that, but they didn't want to work with her anymore. So I was basically like a replacement to help her, and it didn't last. That's why she didn't want me. I'm thinking that's why she didn't want me to call. She was like, no, you don't need to call the office. She was like, I'll just make the list longer. Like, who do you think you're talking to? But she tried to get me to kind of argue with her rather than calling the office. You know what I'm saying? So she did not expect me to leave, because when I left, she was kind of like, yeah, I don't have to be here, and you need to not take assistance for granted. It's a number of places that you can ask to help you, but as long as you have this attitude, they said she was arguing with them in the office. So she skipped calling them and called the head office to complain about them. But the head office is in conversation with them. She let me know. She was like, we already know. She was like, don't worry about it. She was like, we know she has an attitude about cleaning. We already told her about the homemaker service, and she was like, she don't want to listen. We know she has that attitude. She Chinese, so she kind of talk like backwards or whatever. But yeah, so I'm like, yeah, because she told me, like, don't vacuum this way. She really told me to do it over. She was like, you could do it over tomorrow. You know how you go up with the vacuum and come back, and then you go over, and then you come back and you go over. So it looked like little crisscross, like triangles or whatever. And she was like, she wanted straight up and down. So, like, you don't get to do that. This is not a cleaning service. But I told her that. I told her about the mirror. It was like some other things, but those was the things that really made me mad. She was trying to tell me about the dusting, just different things. And then I even was doing like extra stuff she didn't ask me to do. So I don't know, yeah, but like, it's fine that y'all know, but I just still, like, don't even set me up like that. Don't put me with nobody like that. Like, I don't have time for it in my life right now. When I was younger, not even younger, but like before COVID happened, I had a full 40-hour schedule with them, but I worked in Naperville, a town next to me. And the people, like, when I tell you, I don't know what it is outside of where I live, people are so nice. They make it so uncomfortable. Like, they say thank you so many times for stuff that you're supposed to do anyway. It's so uncomfortable. Like, they be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, because blah blah blah. I'm like, you're welcome. And they be like, oh, thank you, like, you're welcome. And after a while, it's like, like, what do I say? Like, you're welcome. Like, it's uncomfortable. Like, I keep saying the same shit, but I appreciate it because they're letting me know how much they appreciate it. Versus this area that I'm working in, they're really like rude. They feel entitled. They feel, I don't know what they think. Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, you can't go into Target and be that way. Like, I have the right to refuse you service as well. Like, I can walk out on you. I don't want to. Like, obviously, that's why I'm working. That's why I showed up. That's why I tolerated your shit. But, you know, I'm too old for that now. Like, you need a service. I need a job. I provide service. I get paid. Like, even being a companion. Like, if you want to talk about the weather, if you want to talk about baseball, like, whatever you want to talk about, like, we can do that. If you want to play games, if you want to watch TV together, if you want me to clean up, like, whatever it is, if it's in your care plan, I don't have a problem with it. I'm going to do that for you. But you're not going to be rude to me. You're not going to be nasty. You're not going to be disrespectful. You're not going to be none of those things. And like I was saying, before COVID, I had this black lady. I had a full schedule, 40 hours. And this client, like, she would be moody as far as, like, some days she wouldn't feel well. Some days she would be okay. But she did have early on dementia. And she was realizing it. So sometimes when it came to mind, she would be kind of mad at that situation, but she would take it out on other people. And that's just how I saw it. So I would see the good, I would see the bad, I would ignore it, like, just literally ignore it. But I could ignore it with her. You know, she's not going to keep nitpicking at me and being like, that's not how you respond to this. Like, you know, with that lady, I tried to ignore her bullshit and she was still rude. So some people you can't just ignore. You have to remove yourself, because this is not going to be a toxic relationship. I don't, like, you don't see a man in my passenger seat. I don't have friends. I don't be involved in toxic shit like that. I remove myself. So, like, even if I'm getting paid for it, all money ain't good money. Like, no, I'm gonna have to decline that. No, I'm good. So, and to be honest, like, I should be working on my business. We're comfortable. I'm really working just to stay in the loop, just to not, like, immobilize myself, and even mentally, because, you know, it's true. Like, when you, what they say, like, use it or lose it, or, you know, just stuff like that. Like, when I didn't work for a while, it was like I was forgetting techniques. I was forgetting, like, just certain things. When you go into people's house, you let them know certain things, because you know they gonna come back and ask something crazy, like, can you take everything out of my refrigerator and wipe it down and, like, put the shit back, like, I don't know, just different stuff, and, like, techniques to do things, and I don't know, just different things. Like, you forget if you're not in a loop. Like, you're not continuing education, you're putting a gap in your work history, like, just all these different things. So I stay trying to at least keep a client, even if it's 2 days a week, even 1 day a week. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But I also don't be doing nothing. So I am not the type of person that want to just sit at home and do nothing. Like, it's cool, I'm blessed that I could if I wanted to, but that's not what I want to do. Like, I'll work on my business and like I'm doing, and then still have a client or whatever. So anyway, I left my client to help her, so they gave me my client back. So I'm gonna make up by going tomorrow to see her. And in the meantime, they're trying to offer me another client. They're trying to offer me a client that I already had. It didn't work out with her because she want to go somewhere every day that I'm there, which is fine. But she want to drive and she can't drive. And the other thing is she don't respect that I have to be back like when it's time to clock out. Like she want a friend, she want companionship, which is fine again. But if I'm supposed to clock out at 2 o'clock, I need to clock out at 2 o'clock. Like maybe I have another client. Maybe I don't have nothing to do. Maybe I'm just excited to get off. Whatever it is, you need to respect that my shift ends at 2 o'clock and I need to be back by my car at 2 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, she was real like sweet and everything. But at this time, I feel like right now I can't go on a whim like I did with this last client. I always do that. Like they don't give me enough information and they feel like you're supposed to just take the work that they throw at you. I'll be like, no, what area is it? What's the situation? What does the client need assistance with? What's their care plan? What are they like? What did the last client say, or the last caregiver say that had them? What's the issue with them? So I know, because I don't have time for the toxic shit. And then like I've already reached out and told them like I come from the Naperville office. I only came to this office because I live 5 minutes away. And so when we do training, I have to drive 45 minutes away to another town, not even Naperville, but another town to do my training. It might be like an hour too. And there's tolls. It's multiple tolls. So I'm paying to go to training, even though I get paid for training. So that's gas, that's time, that's tolls. It's a lot if I could just go 5 minutes away for training. But now they do training on Zoom. So I was like, okay, I don't need to be at this office then, because y'all, since I'm in this office, y'all giving me clients in this area. I don't want to work this area. I want to work the next town over. So they were supposed to be switching me over to the next town, but they want to keep me there. So I'm just like, it's really not up to you. If I said I want to work that area, you should have switched me over there anyway. But like I said, I just be working. So I didn't really press the issue, but I did get their number and the name and the number of the person out there. So I have called him before, and at the time they did try to get me over there, but they didn't have no clients. So, because like over COVID and stuff, they said a lot of people went to school for it. They actually had too many caregivers, which is rare because you hear a lot of like, there's not a lot of staff. People be short staffed in the healthcare field, but I guess they had a lot. So they called me with one, and then when I called back, he was like, sorry, we gave that client away. So, but yeah, I don't know. I'm about to get some work done for my business. Also, I got an iced matcha latte, and it's nasty. It's nasty. You know what else I gotta think about? I gotta ask them what they told the client, because she probably like, why couldn't I come when I was supposed to come? Like, I don't know what they told her. And she's inquisitive, so she's gonna want to know like what I was doing, and I need to know what they said I was doing, because I'm been on just told. If they lied, I'm just been on told on her. Told on them like, oh, they asked me to take a different client. So where I'm at right now, I turned in my application to Illinois Department of Health with all the things that they requested, and then they sent me an email with things to correct. It's like 2 pages of corrections that I need to do. No, not really. It's not even a half a page of corrections. And then things that I need to add is like a page. So basically, I'm about to... Okay, I feel like the camera look clear. I need to write it in my notebook, the things that I need to add to my client agreement. I'm gonna put it in a notebook, and then underneath I'm gonna put it, because it says like let me get an example. In the client agreement, it's about to storm, so you probably hear thunderstorming. In the client agreement, I need to add a statement regarding the agency's policy on notification of a relative or other individuals in case of an emergency. So I need to add a statement. So I'm going to put that, and then I'm going to write the statement underneath it so that I know what to add in. So I got another phone call, and then it started raining and hailing. So I was like, let me get up out of here because it was hailing. I want to pick one up. I'll pick one up. Why it look like a little tiny Hershey kiss? That's crazy. I remember, I'm trying to think, one day somebody was like, that's acid rain, don't pick it up. Really, Starbucks? Really?
Results of the polygraph were that 𝔸𝕗𝓯𝓃 was being untruthful.
Because my MRI that I took back in October determined that my neck is injured from the vehicle accident that I got into almost 3 years ago. It was in September, I think 2021. So, yeah, anyway, so now I have to do therapy for my neck. It's straight up and down with no curve, and it hurts really bad. And I'm 10 minutes late because I turned in my timesheets for work first because I didn't want to backtrack. Keitrell's for the day back at basketball. Much better.
Ladies, leave your man at home. The club is full of ballers and they pockets full grown. And now you fellas leave your girl with her friends. Cause it's 11:30 and the club is jumping. Always say he got a girl, yeah, it's true, you got a man. But the party ain't gon' stop, so let's take it high. Last weekend you stayed at home alone and lonely. Couldn't find your man, he was chilling with his homies. This weekend you're going out. Try to stop you, you going off. Leave your man at home. Ladies, leave your man at home. Hair done, nails done too. I'll be in the shade. People laying at the hottest spot tonight. You're
She always getting up when he go. Nice. Nice one. Girl. Paying your bills. You're paying your bills. Oh. You canceled it. Now you gotta do it all over again. I have not been picking up the camera, but leaving from supposed to be getting testing. My doctor did not send the order in, so I've been sitting here waiting on them to fax it. But it's taking too long. I have to get the kids from school. But I want to look at this number on this building, see if I can rent it out for my business. Okay, so that was a waste of time. But let me tell y'all how much I have just been learning in these last few days. Yesterday, I went to the library thinking I know everything. They have, so like when I had my, I was about to say surgery. Oh, I rebuked that. When I had my car accident and I had to do my MRI and stuff like that, they put them on CD disc. And I don't know how to watch them. I didn't know if it goes on a regular CD disc or like how does that work. But they told me there that they actually have the device for rent. You can rent it for 2 hours and you can put your CD in there and you can review all your medical stuff and you have 2 hours to do it. But they also have like cameras. She said they had GoPro 9s. I'm like, what? Those kind of just came out, kind of. So I'm like, where they at? But it's a lot of stuff they're telling me that they have like a streaming service like Netflix and stuff. She was like, so you know, if you get tired of it, if nothing at all, just put it on your TV or your laptop or whatever and connect it. She was like, it has a whole bunch of movies. She was like, she just canceled all her with Netflix and Hulu and stuff because they have a bunch of movies and stuff on there and a lot of them are up to date. It looked like that car was moving. What else? I don't know. I just learned a lot of stuff. And like I said, that's at the library, and I thought I knew everything about the library. And I actually wouldn't even went to the library if the kids didn't have sports because it's in the same building. It's the park district. But being there, like my kids love to read books. So, you trying to let me in? So, you know, we try to utilize everything. I'll be like, let's see what's over here. Let's see what this is. You know, I'm just like that. So, and I always talk to people, ask questions and network and stuff, which is weird because I do that for me to know what I can get out of something. But I don't really network to sell myself or my business. Because I could still be like, oh, business coming soon. My name is yada, yada, yada. Here's this, here's that. You know what I'm saying? My website, my email, whatever. And I don't. Ooh, there's a lot of traffic. I should have went the other way. I gotta get my kids. But yeah, and then today at the doctor's office, now she was telling me about GoodRx. We were talking about my vitamins. And they didn't tell me to take these vitamins. So she was kind of like, are you still taking them? Did you add any? Did you take any out? Like, where are you at with your vitamins and stuff? So the only thing I added was the krill oil because Keitrell has to take it. So if he's taking it, I'm like, I might as well take it too. So I added that. But she was like, I was talking about the price, I think. Oh, we was talking about a combination of Tylenol and ibuprofen. And I wondered, like, if they do that because you can't take them together. So I was like, I wonder if they can medically like put the right amount of each one in there. But I never thought no further to like ask about it or nothing. And she said they do have it. It's called dual action or something like that. Advil has it. Motrin has it. Some other people she was saying, and I've never seen that. That's crazy. But I was like, yeah, for a long time I have been ordering my Tylenol off of Amazon, and it's like $10, $11, sometimes $15 or whatever. But you know, those are prices that like I could go on there and sell something. I could get a bottle of Tylenol from the dollar store, the little $1.25 packs, and sell it for $5. Like, it's whatever they want to sell it for. But I was telling her, like, I was in Walmart already. I don't like Walmart because it's a big store. Y'all, if you've been here, you know I don't like Walmart. So I was just in there one day and I was like, let me get my Tylenol since I'm here. Why the fucking Tylenol was like $1? They had one for like $1 something, which is cool. I don't need a lot. I don't like medicine. I be fighting myself to take my vitamins. But I take them because it's something that I seeked out, and like I wanted to do that. I wanted to make sure I had certain things in my diet, so you know, it's for me. It's not like a doctor's telling me to take that or something like that. So it's kind of different for me. But yeah, and they had like, I would say what was equal to the one that was on Amazon. I think it was like $3.97, and I'm on Amazon spending $10, $11, $15. That's crazy. So anyway, she's like, have you heard about the website, the GoodRx? And I'm like, I think so, like, because what you finna tell me, because I already know about them. But I was like, I don't know, I think I heard of GoodRx. And I was like, it's the card you show at the pharmacy or whatever. She was like, yeah, but they have the app, or you can go online and whatever you're looking for, you could type it in. So she was like, if you're looking for Tylenol, you can type that in and it'll show you all the stores and how much each store is. She was like, she had a client today where their insulin was $300 at Walgreens, but if they went to Jewel, it was $5.99. I was like, is that an example, or is... She said no, that was one of my clients. She said I went on there and I helped them find it. So I was like, okay, because I thought it had to be things that's, what are we doing? I thought it was things that had to be ordered, like the doctor had to put in an order for it. It's hella traffic because of a car accident. But oh, a semi truck hit the car. Damn, and you way down here. But I thought it had to be like, you know, if your doctor put in for a prescription or something like that and you can't afford it. Ooh, that just reminded me. I needed, well, I don't need shit because I ain't taking it. But for my migraines, they ordered me some type of injections. I would have to do it myself at home. But that shit was like $400. And I was like, baby, bye. That's something the doctor wanted me to try. That's not something I'm interested in. I'm good. But I'm curious. So I'm going to go on there and see what it's called, and then I'm gonna go look it up on GoodRx and see how much it is otherwise. But yeah, so I always thought it had to be like prescription wise, like your doctor, you know, those type of medications that's not over the counter. And when she told me it was over the counter too, what? Which it makes sense, because I be like, some of them deals be really good when they do like the buy one get two free or something like that. It be really good. So I'm like, how are they able to do it that low? But I know when you make things in bulk quantities, they're probably paying $2 a bottle anyway, 50 cents a bottle anyway, and then they sell it for their profit or whatever. So I'm already knowing that. But I keep playing with my ring because it's so loose now. But yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna start going on there before I buy everything, all my vitamins, everything, pain medication, everything. And then I don't know. Yeah, they have a part, I think, where you can pay for a subscription or something and you get it even cheaper. But I really be taking my vitamins and shit, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to see what it's looking like, but I might subscribe. Okay, besides that, right now, I need to go get my kids, but I'm gonna get my food first because they got their own money, but they don't want to spend their money. And I still don't want to eat in front of them, knowing that they're not gonna want to spend their money on no food. And I'm hungry anyway because I had to do this blood test or whatever, lipid panel, whatever the hell, and you gotta fast. I've been asleep, so I haven't ate. It's 3:47. I gotta get the kids at 4, but I'm gonna go get my food. So anyway, after that, I'm gonna pick them up and go to the store, I guess. I wanted to do it without them because they don't be acting right. I don't got time. But I want to get the 5-gallon water jugs. I want 2 of them, one for upstairs and one for downstairs. For that, I think they have it at Walmart. So we're gonna go to Walmart and see if they have it. My head's starting to like the back of my neck and my head's starting to hurt. But yeah, so like I had no idea that water was cheaper, and it makes more sense. And I'm sick of like grabbing a new bottle of water, throwing the bottle of water away. It's really like not good for the environment. I mean, we can find different ways to get water, such as the 5-gallon jug. I'm sick of the kids throwing the bottles everywhere. They don't throw their trash away. So I find bottles everywhere, under my couch, behind the TV, in their room, under their bed, under their covers. They don't give a damn. So I'm like, you know what? I think I might do this. But just like economically, it makes sense. And then, I mean, yeah, economically, because what I'm thinking about is like, I get tired of grabbing a new bottle, throwing the bottle away, and then I'm throwing the bottle away, but when you look at my garbage, all you see is bottles of water. So I'm filling up garbage bags with water. Or, you know, like, the recycling bin will be full of water bottles, but so will the garbage. And, you know, them garbage bags, you know, if I could save and I'm not wasting it all on throwing away water bottles, then, yeah, I'm saving money. So I'm saving bags, garbage bags. So, yeah, I mean, all around it just economically makes sense. I'm spending $5.99 on a 24 pack, 24 bottles of water. And shoot, I probably drink 6 in a day. So, I was looking online. They really didn't have a lot of information. So I ended up going on TikTok. TikTok didn't have a lot either. But some people was showing how, like, initially when you buy it, it comes out to like $11 or so. But if you reuse your bottle, like, you can even turn in the bottle and get a new one. It's an exchange. And then you'll end up just paying like 50 cents per gallon or whatever like that. So I think that's a better option for me. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to figure out where I'm at, because I really don't got time to make the wrong turn and stuff. Yes, I'm gonna go get my food, go get the kids. We're gonna go get the water jugs. We're gonna go back home. And they don't have school tomorrow, so we're gonna do some spring cleaning. But I think we're gonna do that without the camera, because I don't feel like toting the camera and the iPod around everywhere to get positions, and I just want to get it done, honestly. And I'm gonna make the kids help me, so I know they're gonna be grinding my gears. I do not want to be yelling at them on camera. They might be embarrassed, and I don't like embarrassing. So it's only 1:47. Both lanes open. Thank you. Alright, but yeah, that's it. So I'm at Chick-fil-A right now. I'm gonna get me a chicken sandwich. I don't know the last time I went to Chick-fil-A. I don't know the last time I went to Chick-fil-A. I don't know. But it's gonna have to be fast food today. So it's gonna be Chick-fil-A. Oh, you know what else I forgot? I think I forgot to say this, but the website, GoodRx, it also has medications for dogs. So there's a pain medication for like 50 cents. There's an anxiety medication for like $1.48. They have medication for dogs that have seizures. I'm trying to think what else I saw in there. Pain, anxiety, seizures, diabetes. I don't know what else. But yeah, so if you got dogs, check it out. All right, fall back. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Come on. If you don't fall, you're not gonna get down. Fall. You can't do this by yourself. Go. Okay, so we're home now. We stopped at Popeys to try the strawberry Popeys biscuit, and it's good. That's all I tasted though so far. That's all I had, and it's good. It's a little dry in some spots. In some spots you can see like they got the strawberry, I don't know, syrup, whatever that is. So it's not so dry. In those places it's really good, but in some other spots it's dry. This is the water we got. This is alkaline primo water. This is another part to it. Basically like a straw, and this goes down here so it can like bring the water up and to come out the little spout. So I'm gonna get these parts washed up. Okay, so I got this washed. I washed this little part here. I saw people leave this part on, and I'm not sure. I thought maybe because it gives it a snug fit. So let me see. Yeah, it gives it a snug fit, so they're leaving that one. So I'm gonna stick this in here first. It doesn't really go all the way to the bottom. And what if it gets stuck in there? Oh my gosh. All right, that's as far as that's going in there. Okay. So it seems to be on there pretty good. This is like, this could be better. And if it don't work out, I might have to send this back. But, okay, that's that. So let me try it out. And I just thought about it. Even though this thing doesn't go all the way down, I could probably purchase that somewhere else. I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Nice one. I love it. And I like my water room temperature, so it's perfect. Okay, so I gave that water to the kids. I've been drinking out of this because, well, I just drank this. But I was just thinking, like, I'm going to keep drinking out of this because we have nets. And I don't want to use a tumbler. Even though I don't like drinking out of this that much because it just get in the way. But anyway, it has a lid on it, and then I have these fly sticky traps hanging up, 2 of them, and they seem to have gotten rid of the nets. But I still just don't have time, especially paying for this water. This jug was $20, so I'm not gonna allow a net to get in my water. Keitrell wants to try it. That's enough.